And you never know, it could be good or bad.
What's going on, guys? It is your boy BA. Welcome to the channel. So today, very interesting video because one of you guys messaged me, or I guess put in the comments saying, bro, make some like my top 5, top 10 blanks of all time or something like that. You know, and he was saying that, you know, you can come up with anything. And, you know, as far as for him, you know, favorite color is like blue. All I can say is my favorite color is black. You know, hence, look at that shit right there. See that guy right there? Yeah, my favorite color is black. But without further ado, we are going to talk about my top 5 decks that I personally played in my entire year. You know, semi-competitive, competitive. These are my top 5 decks that I personally played in tournaments, FNMs, you know, tabletop, all that good stuff. And even like, you know, high school, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. This is going to be not particular order. It's going to be like a wide variety of like, I guess, really old and then like some modern, a little modern. So yeah, so my first deck is Blue-Green Madness. Yes, folks, Blue-Green Madness from Odyssey Block. And this deck, the lead singer on this deck is none other than Wild Mongrel. I kid you not, man. Before, back in the day, Wild Mongrel was considered like the best 2-drop ever printed in Magic. I kid you not, man. This guy is ridiculous. You know, it's a 2/2 for 2, discard a card, you know, it gets +1/+1, and it changes color. You know, so this deck, man, I play this a lot, you know, in FNMs, and it's like a mid-range, you know, you have like those big creatures, you know, it has the madness ability. You have Basking Rootwalla, Arrogant Worm, and then they have the flashback creatures, Roar of the Worm, and then back it up with Wonder. You know, I guess they're called like Incarnation. So you can discard it, and then if you have, you know, a lot of creatures, and it gains, you know, all your creatures gains flying. And then with the blue cards, it has Circular Logic, you know, I think Aether Burst, you know, so it's very, very, you know, aggro control-ish. And yeah, so this deck, man, whoo! I won a lot of like FNMs, you know, I top 8'd, you know, and a lot of FNMs in this. I think it was back then, it was like block standard or block constructed. So I don't know. I'm not sure if we still do that. I highly doubt, you know. So yeah, man. So that's my first deck, man. Blue-Green Madness. My second deck, we have to go back in time. So this deck, this deck inspired me with the green-white Erna-Mageddon deck. So Erna-Mageddon is like the Ernam the Djinn and Armageddon. Back then, I didn't own any of the green cards, you know, like Birds of Paradise. So what I owned back then was like I have a mono black deck. And I have the white cards, so I combined them. So I created, this is like my homebrew, you know, I played it in like a store, and I was like, man, this thing works. It's some type of, you know, it's the same strategy with the green-white, but it's very aggressive, you know, with, you know, Dark Ritual, Hippies, you know, all the, you know, Order of Leetboar, Black Knight, and Knight of Stromgeld. And then you have like Sinkholes, you have Hymns. So your early control, you know, you can either control them or you drop creatures. And then my white cards, you'll have the Armageddon. And then I also have the land tax and Zoran Orb combos, where you can sacrifice the land and then you can search basic lands on your deck. Really, really powerful, man. And I was so amazed that, you know, it can compete with the green-white Armageddon because you have Swords to Plowshares as well and Disenchant to compete with them. So that is my, I guess, number 2. You know, the black-white. I mean, you can call it like black-white Necropotence because I played Necropotence as well on that one. So it's basically mono black splash white. So the next deck that I played, this is the deck. I think we can consider this as the last deck that I played very competitive. And yeah, I traveled, you know, played big tournaments, SCG tournaments. I played this deck in my last tournament, like big tournament, SCG. I'm gonna put a picture over here. I'm playing blue-black zombies, man. I kid you not, there's actually a video of this in YouTube still. I'm playing blue-black zombies, SCG Tampa. Yeah, I top 16 out of 800 plus players in this tournament. I kid you not, man. I was like, you know, I think this is like a second round in the picture. I was playing like frights. But yeah, blue-black zombies, man. So you can kind of like see the pattern of my strategy style on like decks that I play. So blue-black zombies is a lot of like cheap creatures. You know, you got I think the gold, the 2/2 for 1, and then you have grave crawlers, Geralt's Messenger, and then you have the lords, zombie lords. You got the Diagraph Captain, I think Cemetery Reaper, and you kind of just like beat down. And then you have some type of control, like I think it was Tragic Slip, Dead. I can't remember. And then there's like for the discard, like Duress and stuff. So blue-black control, man. I mean blue-black zombies, and shit, man. I missed that deck because that was my very last deck that I played in a big tournament, and I freaking top 16, man. Whew, that was a great experience. I actually missed playing in big tournaments, man. You know, I played a lot. You know, a lot of Star City games back then. Man, Orlando, Georgia, Tampa. Whew, a lot of them. So, blue-black zombies, man. Very iconic. Now, we go back in time again. Oh, man, this is probably my favorite old deck of all time. It kind of resembles some type of like Commander-ish, but you know, this is only like 60 cards. I save a lot of money in this, you know, my allowance. I just kind of like, oh, there's so many expensive cards that I have to like buy, trade, you know. So this is the Enduring Renewal. So the Enduring Renewal enchantment, the first time I saw this one, I was like, oh my God, I need to build this deck, you know. Because it creates like this cycle of, you can, you know, creatures, you know, if it goes to the graveyard, it comes back to play right away. So immediately my head goes like, oh shit, you know, this has a lot of interaction with a lot of the enchantment creatures and, you know, other artifacts. So I started with all the best shooters, man. We have Enlightened Shooter, Vampiric Shooter, Demonic Shooter, Worldly Shooter. And I even have Buried Alive and then Academy Rector. So I can search through all my creatures that I need. And, you know, it's kind of like a toolbox deck. And then Academy Rector is the one that searches for any enchantment that I need. Like, especially Enduring Renewal to play my combo. And then I play a good amount of, like, really sack outlets. What you call that? Artifact and enchantment. I have like Goblin Bombardment. I have Ashnod's Altar to make mana. I do have Altar of Dementia, so I can mill myself or I can mill my opponent if I have like the combo going, right? And then I also play like some enchantments that are somewhat synergized together, like Alluran. Oh man, Alluran, bro. Like, Alluran is like you can play instant in your creatures, and then if your creatures are like 3 mana, you can just play it for free. right? And it combos out with recycle, where when like you can, every time you play a spell, you draw a card. So you see the synergy now? Like it's crazy how like you can play for free and then you draw and then you do it again, right? You see the combo now? And then if you have Enduring Renewal or any sack outlets, I mean, that's it. That's like infinite combo already. And then as far as the creatures, I play a wide variety, man. It changes a lot. I play, I think, Gitu Fire Slinger, I think, you know, that pings and or targets a creature for 2 damage. And then I have like Mog Fanatic. I do have Ravenous Rats for discard, like Oktabi Orangutan for artifact. I think, what creatures are Mentor of Realist, I think, for enchantments. And then what else did I use? Like Mana War, you know, bounce a creature. Man, this thing, if this thing goes, man, it's so crazy. And the most expensive one, I think, is probably the lands. Because I have like a City of Brass, I have Undiscovered Paradise, you know, and then back then I didn't have any dual lands, so I was playing the Pain lands from Ice Age, you know, the Brushland, Darkar Ways, and all, you know, the rest of the lands. So that is, I mean, it's basically almost like a commander deck, you know, if you think about it, you know. But yeah, man, Enduring Renewal. I played a lot of that in stores, tabletop, in high school. Oh man, I was like playing. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to build that deck again, you know, like Enduring Renewal, man. So if you guys don't know that card, man, it's a very, very cool card to play with. So that is the 4th one. And then my last deck, and this is, I save it for last because this is my personal favorite, because man, I grind this deck out, man. Like a lot of FNMs back in the day. This is by far my favorite deck, and because a lot of people hated me because I was playing that, you know, like every Friday, you know, all the tournaments. And this is the red-white Kithkin deck. You're seeing the pattern now on what, you know, the strategy. You know, it's a beat down, you know, weenies, you know, like, and this Figure of Destiny, you got Gold Meadow Steward, I think, Knight of Meadowgrain, and then you got the pump spells, you know, like Wizened Sand. I think you have Honor of the Pure, and then you have like the backup, you know, you got Ranger of Eos, and then the splash red would be the Johnny Vengeance, where you can Lightning Helix a creature or player. Or you can Armageddon, you know, once you have like, you know, same thing as like my black-white deck. You know, you can play a bunch of creatures and then Armageddon, you know, when it's like, you know, you have all the loyalty. So, man, I grind this deck out and a lot of people hated me, man. A lot of people hated me. I think this deck went away when Baneslayer Angel came. And you can't be a Baneslayer Angel, man. You know, like, oh my God, that card is insane back in the day. But yeah, so red-white Kithkin, you know, it's my, you know, by far my favorite deck of all this, this 5, because it's just, you know, a lot of memories, man, a lot of memories, like staying late and all that stuff. But so those are my top 5, and you can see the, you know, the pattern, right? I play a lot of aggro control-ish deck. And not to mention, I played a lot of decks. This I'm just listing my 5 favorite, you know, that I really like playing. So, you know, I played like Mono Red, Blue-White Control. You know, I played Siege Gang Commander and stuff like that. You know, and Jund, I played those 2. But as far as my top 5, these are my top 5. So let me know in the comments, you know what, your top 5 decks of all time, you know, like we can discuss this, you know, in the comments, and, you know, let me know if I miss anything, you know. And yeah, that's basically it, man. So thank you guys for watching. And if you guys like this kind of video, please consider liking, subscribing, and yeah, that is it for today. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next video.